Hello guys, Terramath here, and I'm back with another video. And this is a pretty serious video. This is a very serious issue, and this is something that I feel needs to be discussed. Um, and I would urge anyone to watch this video to share it with anyone they know, because it's really important. But basically, what is going on? The FCC in the US, the Federal Communications Commission, their chairman, uh, Ajit Pai, basically wants to kill net neutrality. And as a matter of fact, the FCC is voting to kill it tomorrow, December 14th. Now, just let's sink into your head. December 14th. It's already tomorrow. At least if you live in a similar time zone than I do. Um, and that is why I wish I'd made this video way earlier, as I should have to make people aware of this earlier, but I didn't. But yes, tomorrow, the FCC is going to vote to kill net neutrality. And in case you don't know what net neutrality is, it is basically the principle that, quote from the wiki page, talking about, but it's basically the principle that, the ISPs, that they can't charge you for using websites such as YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and even Steam. And and it also prevents them from censoring certain websites or just blocking access to them completely. Um, it's basically something that assures that ISPs that they treat all data on the internet equally. They won't charge. They can't charge for any websites. They can't just block any websites or slow them down drastically without giving a proper reason. And they can't censor any videos on YouTube or any comments on a YouTube video or wherever else you could comment, right? But without net neutrality, that is going to change, because now your network service providers like Verizon and Comcast, they're going to have complete control over the internet, which means it could very well be at the end of the internet as we know it. The internet will no longer be free and open as it was before. And it's very likely that things are going to get worse from here. We're not going to have the freedom on the internet we had before. So I'm pretty sure you get the picture now, right? But just look at the screen right now. Just look at it. You take a very, very good look at it right now. This is how, when we talk about the charging part, right? The part about charging money, right? This is how the internet in America will look like without net neutrality, or very well could. But as you can see here, we've got like this telco as well, which is maybe one of the ISPs in the US. I'm not sure. You guys from the US, you may know. But that you've got like the internet for $30. You get access to the internet, right? Then we've gotten all these $10 and $5 package, right? That gives us access to these all of these online services, right? Then we've got like say for this $5 package here, we get access to Google, Blogger, Ask, Yahoo, Bing, Flickr, YouTube, and even Wikipedia, right? I think that is Wikipedia. Right. So that is already $35. And you may think, that's not that bad, is it, right? But then go down to this package, the orange one down there, right? So that means it's going to be another $5 if you want to use services like Steam, Origin, or even if you play World of Warcraft. If you are a hardcore World of Warcraft player, well, you're gonna have to pay for this package if you want access to World of Warcraft. So that's already $40 on your internet bill. And then we got the entertainment package here for like $10, right? So that's holy shit. That's already 50. So for that, you're paying for you're basically getting YouTube, Hulu, TV.com, site that I'm not familiar with. Choose another site that I'm not familiar with, and then Netflix, and then another site that I'm not familiar with that I can't even read what it is right now. Sorry, you may be able to tell me any comments. But then we've gotten the $0 package, the orange package, which looks to be free. It gives access to Twitter, Facebook, Bebo, MSN, Yahoo, right? So that does seem to be free, considering it's $0. So that's what it seems like. So that's not too bad again. But remember, you're still paying $50 for the rest here that I went over here. But then, of course, if you want to shop online, I may want to order a box like 12 pounds of Bionicle pieces online. Well, guess what? It's gonna cost me that $5 extra a month. That's gonna be $55. So I pay another $5 a month to get access to like Amazon and eBay, where I would generally go to find stuff like that I want, right? But then we've also gotten PayPal. So even if you want to see how many money you have, and if you want to transfer money easily, you're gonna have to pay for the package to get access to it. And I do have PayPal, so yeah. But then we also have Skype, another site that I don't know. But we also get access to Skype here, right? Basically, yeah, it isn't too bad. And again, you may say, well, it's only $55 for all of this, and this is not too bad. And yeah, it might not. Again, on paper, it may not look too bad. Even if it isn't that bad of a price, actually, like, say it's something that you could easily afford, so it's not something that really is going to be a problem for you. There is still a problem that if ISPs, they can still deny you access to Netflix. If Verizon, for example, if you use Verizon, right? If they make their own internet service competitor, I don't know if they even have that, but maybe they do. But say they could deny you complete access or just slow Netflix down completely to the point where you can't even use Netflix. So you'll be stuck with their own Netflix-like service, right? You can imagine. They could also deny you access to YouTube, maybe because they don't want you to, or say, let's say you still have access to YouTube, right? But when you go to YouTube, you would only see videos maybe praising capitalism, maybe praising Donald Trump, right? Talking about all the good things he has done for the America, and all, you would only get one side of the coin. All the videos you see would be probably people saying nice things about Donald Trump, or the current system of the US, literally anything. Again, or we can also use an example. We can also use another example. Let's say let's just say Ajit Pai, right, the chairman of the FCC. Maybe let's just pretend that maybe he secretly was involved in like drug trafficking. Let's make it even darker, and maybe make it child trafficking, right? and somebody, and then it gets exposed. Somebody actually figures this out, and he wants to leak it to the internet. Um, like say WikiLeaks, right? They want to expose Ajit Pai because he is involved in, okay, because he's a fucking pedophile, right? Well, guess what? Verizon, right? Who was pretty good pals with. In case you don't know, Ajit was actually a lawyer at Verizon. Um, but Verizon, they could basically protect his ass because they could pretty much just block the WikiLeaks. They could block anything that would talk, any video that would talk about that. They could, you would never ever see it. You would never ever know about this because Verizon, they could basically just censor any videos that tries to expose Ajit, maybe any or any videos that, or literally any emails or any leaks that comes out. They can just completely deny you access. They can completely remove them again. So that way they could basically cover Ajit's ass, right? He'd never get in jail. He'd never get punished, and frankly, he'd just keep doing the same feel like shit he's doing, right? Uh, but again, just to give a pretty dark example, right? Um, so basically, we could end up with a North Korean internet, at least in America. But again, this could also affect other countries in the world. Again, but you may think, well, if I live in Britain or in Canada or fucking Germany, whatever, you may think, well, this is not going to affect me, right? I'm going to be completely fine, right? To that I say, yeah, maybe not completely. Maybe for the most part, yes, you will, but in some cases, you won't. Say if you live in Canada, right? You use Verizon, right? Because I do believe Canada uses the same ISPs as the US does. So say that you live in Canada and you use Comcast, right? Um, well, they can they could probably still charge you for using all these services. They can easily charge you for charge you the exact same way they're charging the American people because I don't know, Canada probably has net neutrality law, so maybe, or as far as I understand, they do. If I'm correct on that, well, then that's very good. Then maybe they'll prevent that from being given. Maybe that, so maybe it won't affect you outright. But there's still minor things to this, and this is if you watch Netflix, right, and you use Verizon, right, and again when we go back to the previous example where Verizon, they have their own Netflix-ish service, right, and of course because they wanna they want more people to use their services, and they want to make more money off of this, so they just slow Netflix down completely, um, or they'll just charge them massive amounts of money just so they can keep their internet, just so they can keep those fast lanes, and so that they can um, so that you can keep using Netflix, right? You can also do that, it's but say they have their own Netflix service, and they obviously don't want you to use Netflix because it's competing with their own service, right? So they can just go in and slow Netflix down to the point where you would be forced to use their own Netflix service. So again, it's like a monopoly. It becomes like a monopoly, right? I'm and I'm pretty sure it's gonna like I'm pretty sure no matter where you are, if you have an ISP that is based in the US, it may very well affect you. They can very well charge you the way they would do the way they would charge like any Americans. Um, but another thing is, what if other countries in the world, like in the EU, What if other countries here that has net neutrality? Here in Denmark, we actually don't have net neutrality, so at least to a degree we don't. But that is an entirely different matter. Um, but imagine I don't know if Britain has, but imagine countries like, but some countries in Europe doesn't have neutrality, as I think, and they may decide to kill it off because they might think because it may look good on paper to them. So to them it may sound like, well, this way we can literally make more money. This means we can make more money, and this money we can go to infrastructure and all the employees' salaries, right, and stuff like that. So again, it may look to them, it may look good on paper, and because of that, they may just decide to go on with it. That is what I'm afraid, because other countries could easily follow suit on this if the FCC goes to actually kill net neutrality in the U.S. I don't think it's going to take long before we see other countries doing the same thing. Well, I believe in India there were apparently they have just gotten net neutrality. I think I'm not sure, but I guess that's a good thing, right? Um, and again, I don't expect countries to do this outright. Like, there's probably still some countries that might not kill off net neutrality, because they can see what bad of an idea that would be. But I this is something that really scares me. It's already tomorrow. It's happening. By the time I wake up tomorrow, it may already have happened. There may be no net neutrality in the U.S., even though it may not happen outright. Even if the vote passes, it would still have to go through court and stuff like that, I guess. And I suppose the court could still stop it from happening. But if the vote passes, I highly doubt anything is going to happen. I think it would be too late, and I don't think we would be able to do anything anymore because it's too late. The vote has passed. Now they're working towards removing net neutrality. It's happening. It's been decided, and can't do much about it. But again, if we try to be more positive about this issue, I mean, there is a very small chance that this is not as bad as it may seem. I could imagine, sure, internet may end up becoming more expensive, and they may, the internet may still look like this, they may still offer it in these small packages, literally microtransactions, right? But even then, ISPs may decide that they may still decide to be transparent about this, so not much is going to change. I believe Comcast has come out and said that they will be transparent and they won't charge for any, so they'll keep the internet free and open. I don't think we necessarily should take their word for it, but if what they're saying is true, well, that is a good thing, Again, it may not be as bad as we predict, but I have a very bad feeling that it will be. I mean, I think very well could be. But I suppose there's a small chance that it's not going to be as bad as we think it will be. But I think it will. I don't think anything good can come out of this, really. But again, we'll have to see what happens. But guys, I would urge you to share this video with anyone you know. Make anyone aware of this issue, and I'll link you a few sites who are actually trying to fight this, so you can try to, you can, go there, see what that's all about. Maybe join and try to do something yourself. And by the way, if you're in the U.S., I would suggest that you call Congress. you need to call your local congressman or congresswoman, right? You need to float them with calls, because if you don't keep doing it, they'll never do anything to stop this. Because right now, what it comes down to is whether Congress overturns the vote, or simply just cancel it completely. I think the U.S. Congress at this point is the only thing that can save us. It's the only Congress that can save us now here, or save net neutrality. And if you live in the U.S., I would urge you to just call Congress. Just keep calling them. Just keep doing it. Don't stop. Just because they're not going to overturn it. They're not going to do anything. If anything, if we don't do anything, the vote is going to pass. So we're going to have to make them. We're going to have to make them change their minds on this. We're going to have to show them that we do not stand for this, and we won't let this happen. But anyways, guys, that is it for me today. I do hope that this video has the effect that I hope it will have. And if not, at least I'll make a few people aware. I'm getting a gaming PC this Christmas, I can say. So, yeah, that is that. And I'll probably be going on the internet to see if anything has changed. To see if, by the time I log in on YouTube again, if anything has changed. If I notice anything. Yes, but anyway, that is it, guys. It's pretty late in the evening here in Denmark, and I'm gonna have to take a shower now. I gotta get up, ready for school, right? There's gonna be a really interesting day tomorrow, because tomorrow is the day of net neutrality. May very well die. Well, I suppose there's a little chance, with a miracle, that it will be saved, but I highly doubt it. But anyways, guys, that's it for me today, and I'll see you later. Expect a video next week if UC haven't blocked my access to YouTube already by then, but you never know what happens. Again, do what you can to stop this. Even if you aren't in the U.S., just make your own government aware that what a problem this will be, and ensure that they do not follow suit on this. Because you may not be able to save net neutrality in the U.S., but we can at least save it in the rest of the world. Then, I'll see you later, guys. Terramath, signing out.